This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what you need to know today. Germany's foreign minister has urged Yerevan and Baku to resume peace talks mediated by the European Union in separate meetings late last week and over the weekend with her Armenian and Azerbaijani counterparts in their respective capitals. It is important that a new round of negotiations can take place as soon as possible, Annalena Baerbock told reporters last Friday after high-level talks in Yerevan. There have been no formal meetings between senior officials from Yerevan and Baku since Azerbaijan's lightning offensive against Nagorno-Karabakh in September, which resulted in the collapse of the regional government and the mass exodus of the region's 100,000 Armenians. Armenian Prime Minister Nýchol Pashinyan was due to meet with Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev last month in Spain for talks mediated by the leaders of the European Council, France, and Germany, but Aliyev pulled out of the negotiations at the last minute. European Council President Charles Michel then said he expected to host Pashinyan and Aliyev for three-way talks in Brussels sometime later in the month, but that meeting also did not take place. Since the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war, the EU, with US support, has coordinated one track of Armenia Azerbaijan peace talks, while Russia has overseen a separate track. So far, neither has made any discernible progress toward a peace deal. In Jerusalem, a standoff yesterday between roughly 200 members of the city's Armenian community and representatives of an Israeli company involved in a controversial land deal has ended without incident. It is understood the standoff began when Zana Capital chairman Danny Rothman and director George Warwar approached a group of Armenians holding a sit-in demonstration on a plot of land in Jerusalem's Armenian quarter popularly known as the Cow's Garden. The two businessmen reportedly demanded that the demonstrators leave the plot, which is at the center of a bitter land dispute between the Armenian Patriarchate of Jerusalem and Zana Capital. Rothman and Warwar were accompanied by about a dozen armed men and guard dogs, according to accounts of the incident shared on social media that CivilNet has not been able to independently verify. After several hours and an intervention by the Armenian Patriarch, the standoff ended peacefully, with both the Armenian and Israeli groups agreeing to disperse. The standoff came less than a week after a church official confirmed the Patriarchate moved last month to revoke an agreement that would have seen the Cow's Garden plot leased away to Zana Capital for 99 years. The deal, reports of which first came out 2 years ago, has prompted widespread outrage among Jerusalem's Armenian community, who have repeatedly rallied for the agreement to be revoked. As yet, the ultimate fate of the land deal remains unclear. For more information, please check out CivilNet's explainer on the issue, as well as our broadcasts from Jerusalem earlier this year. Back in Yerevan, Levon Kocharyan, the son of former President Robert Kocharyan, is set to join Armenia's National Assembly as a lawmaker with the opposition Armenia Alliance bloc. Armenia's Central Election Commission today confirmed the younger Kocharyan is eligible to take up a seat vacated last month by Armen Charchian, who resigned amid allegations of vote buying. Levon Kocharyan is currently being held in pretrial detention on charges stemming from his participation in anti-government protests that rocked Yerevan after the collapse of Nagorno-Karabakh in September. In a statement today, a lawyer for Kocharyan said he expects him to be freed imminently, as lawmakers are granted immunity under Armenian law. The mechanism allowing Kocharyan to take Charchian's seat is Armenia's party list system, whereby political parties draw up lists of candidates to be elected, with seats distributed proportionally with parties' vote shares. In most cases, Charchian's resignation would have prompted the next candidate on the list to take the vacated seat. However, the next three candidates that would have taken Charchian's place all declined, paving the way for Kocharyan, who was fourth on the list, to take the seat. That has led to widespread speculation that the other three candidates were pressured to decline the position in order to secure Kocharyan's release from pretrial detention. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 70 million. That's the estimated sum in dollars that US and Armenian backers plan to invest in the construction of a large scrap metal plant in Armenia. Last week, Armenia's economy minister said the investors had decided to relocate the planned smelter from an Armenian border village to an unspecified nearby area after Azerbaijani forces repeatedly shelled the construction site, in one instance leaving 2 workers there seriously injured. The company behind the venture has so far not commented publicly on the reported move. For that story and more, you can take a look at the latest edition of CivilNet's Weekly Business Digest, up now on our website and YouTube channel. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.